The second highest bridge in America opened on Saturday, October 16th across the deep gorge of the Colorado River. Officially called the Mike Callahan-Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge, the new span connects the states of Arizona and Nevada. The massive concrete arch crosses right in front of the famous Hoover Dam, a Depression-era structure that was once the tallest dam in the world. Every year, nearly 1 million people take a tour of the landmark structure, descending to the bottom of the canyon for a close-up view of the massive turbines that keep the lights glimmering in Las Vegas 24 hours a day, year-round. The day started off at the Hacienda Hotel, where a constant stream of double-decker buses were waiting to whisk us off to the new bridge. After a quick check through security, it was time to get onto the bus. With a reported 75 double-decker RTC buses in service, the fleet seemed to rival the one in London. The first crossing of the bridge was a tease. We were too far from the north side of the bridge to see either the dam or the Colorado River. It also became evident that a walk across this huge bridge was going to be more than just a stroll in the park. With temperatures reaching into the 90s, free water was the #1 necessity, with an endless supply packaged in special commemorative bottles. The heat made it tough for those who had to be there all day long, but the throngs just kept on coming. 15,000 people showed up in what was the largest bridge opening since the second Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington State. Long lines quickly formed at the special ladders that were created to feed everyone over the 5-foot-high concrete barrier and into the narrow pedestrian walkway. Inside the tents, there were video displays of the construction of the bridge, as well as the history of the dam. A poster specially created by highestbridges.com became a popular gathering spot for those who were interested to find out what the world's 20 highest bridges were. Many were surprised to see that most of them are in China. Boy Scouts were not the only ones on hand, as even the Cub Scouts came by to learn about the construction of the dam and join in the festivities. Amateur videographers were also on hand to document the historic day. With several permanent displays, the Nevada side slowly became more popular than the Arizona side. The legacy of former Governor Mike O'Callahan and Afghanistan Army soldier Pat Tillman are shown at the west end of the bridge. Constructed using a cable high line half a mile long, the process of constructing two halves of the arch was shown in several diagrams. The media was there in full force, with local news crews from Las Vegas covering the event. Top journalist Sean Holstedge of the Arizona Republic newspaper was also on hand to finally see the finished bridge. He also took a peek at the new visitor center parking area. Located just off of the old Route 93, the new parking area is now the only way visitors can access the bridge walkway. Stretching nearly half a mile from one side of the canyon to the other, the pedestrian walkway was the place to be. At 890 feet in height, the new concrete arch is over 200 feet higher than its 73-year-old neighbor to the north. Flanked on the east side by the Arizona state flag and on the west side by the Nevada state flag, a huge American flag hung in the center of the arch for all to see. For many, the great height was probably a bit too much to take. But for those who weren't queasy being 90 stories above the Colorado River, the views were still spectacular. As you might expect, many people were snapping photos. The Boy Scouts were not the only people with an American flag, as the patriotic colors were on display everywhere. As the day wore on, the lines to get over the barrier just seemed to get longer and longer. Sadly, the public was not allowed on the south side of the bridge, where the natural gorge of the Colorado River Canyon offers a very different view than the Hoover Dam side. For some, it was more fun to return the water back into the river from which it came from. With such a high-profile structure, the security was tight, really tight.
Holy cow! No remote control to open this thing up? Oh, there you are. Hi. You made it, huh?
Whether the new span is bridging greatness or bridging America, one thing is for sure, it is a marvel of engineering equal to its predecessor. The 300-foot drop down to the famous gooseneck turn was a reminder of the long, twisted route that drivers were once forced to take since the dam was completed in 1936. The descent from the Nevada side was especially slow, with tourists pouring down into the canyon to see the dam or continue on into Arizona. For most, the extra 15-minute drive was an inconvenience that will not be missed. But for some, the old route across the dam was a nostalgic drive back into time, when the West was wide open and Las Vegas was a small town. As the day wore on, it became apparent that the lines to get back on the buses were going to be as long as the lines to climb over the barriers. On the Nevada side, there were even more buses at the pickup area, as well as a lot more portable toilets. And in keeping with the theme of a London double-decker bus, we traveled on the wrong side of the highway, just as if we were in England.